Hi, you guys. So today we're gonna do I want to talk about something that's really important. It's finding your why. And so some of you have been in groups like this for a long time. Like some of you have probably been reading self-help books for years, and like so everyone's always talking about finding your why. And so you might be rolling your eyes, thinking, "Oh, I don't want to do this again. I've done this a million times." Some of you might have never done it, and so I just want to talk about why it's important, and then I'll share my why with you guys too. So your why is going to be really important for a couple of reasons. Number one, well, let's back up. First of all, I want your why to be something it can't be as simple as I want to lose weight, or I want to fit in this dress, or I want to look really good in this new bikini I bought. Those are good, and that's fine, and that can be like some short-term goals, and we'll talk about that too. But I want your why, and it needs to be deeper. We have to go deeper than that, another couple levels deeper, because your why should be big enough that on the really hard days, the days where everything at work falls apart, and on your way home you're like, oh, I'm just gonna stop, drive through the fast food, or just shit's hitting the fan at home, and you're being pulled in a million different directions, and you're like, I'll just do my workout tomorrow. On those days, it's really easy. If your why is just like, oh, I want to lose weight, it's a lot easier on those really hard days to just say, I don't want to lose weight today. So your why needs to be something that when you say it to yourself on those hard days, you're not gonna, it's so big and so important to you and emotional to you that no matter what, you're gonna follow through with why you're here, what you're doing. And so I had this assignment back in March. I'm in a group with some really awesome women and other coaches, and our coach, Kaylee, who is actually Autumn's big sister. She's freaking amazing, and hopefully you'll all get a chance to meet her someday. But she had us do this assignment. She said, I want you to post it, go live, and it blew my mind. Like the way women were sharing in our group, just really taking the assignment seriously, and like really stopping to think about what is your why. It was a really amazing experience. And so I want us to be able to, in this group, share our whys so we can get to know each other, but also so we can get to know ourselves, and on the hard days we can keep pushing and keep going. It's really important. So I'm going to share my why with you too. At first I wasn't sure what it was, and your why can change too. Like, you grow and you evolve. And so for me, I started thinking, I was like, God, I don't know. I want to lose weight. I want to, feel more comfortable in my skin. And then I thought about I started thinking about my life, and where I'd been, and my issues with eating, and like body issues and stuff. And it's like, oh crap. So I'm in recovery. I've been sober for over 8.5 years now, and I thought maybe like the drinking and stuff had something to do with all my eating issues. But then when I went even deeper, I realized that even as a kid, I have been someone who has to control everything, and I've had anxiety since like I was my son Trey's age. Just something inside me felt like I needed to be able to control things around me in order to feel safe and comfortable. And so that still comes out. I'm still, when I get scared or nervous or anxious, I want to like hold everything I love close and tight and controlled. And it started for me when I was about 16. Like, so before I even started drinking or using drugs, I remember I threw up one day at lunch, after lunch, and I felt way better. And so I struggled with binging and purging for years, And it's not something I share regularly with people, but it's something that I struggle with still to this day. I've struggled with the urges to do that because for me, when I'm feeling really anxious, it was a way to control how I was feeling. And so I found drugs and alcohol in college, and that kind of replaced the binging and purging. And yeah, it's just, and it just got real bad, real bad. And I can remember when I think about like the way I used to talk to myself, or not even talk to myself, but I can remember after I got clean. So I was in recovery, like working with a therapist and working on self-love and self-talk. I can remember, and granted, this is what kills me too, is that, and why it can't be about weight, because I was probably 50 pounds lighter than I am right now at the time, after I got, into recovery. I remember for months and months, I couldn't shower with the light on. Like, I would be in like a public bathroom, other people would be like washing their hands, and I would watch other women like looking at themselves when they put on like their lipstick or retouched up their makeup, and I thought, oh, that must be nice, because I couldn't even like wash my hands and look at myself in the mirror. And I'm still working through some of those issues and like why that is, and so then fast forward, I got married, lost a lot of weight not lost a lot of weight, but got pretty healthy before my wedding and after the wedding. And even, this is how crazy my head is, even now, I have looked at some pictures right before I had my daughter, and I was like, man, I was so thin, like, like showing my little baby bump when we were announcing that I was pregnant with Sloan. I was so thin, but I can remember even then, right after I'd gotten married, it was like one of the happiest times in my life. But even then, when I had married my best friend, we were pregnant with a baby, like something we always wanted. Even then, I remember how I felt taking that picture, and I felt not good enough. I didn't feel thin enough. I didn't feel happy enough. And I was always looking for something on the outside to make me feel better. And so after I had this beautiful daughter, as she's gotten older, she just turned 3 recently, I realized that I don't want her, I would rather die than to have her ever look in the mirror and tell herself the things that I used to tell myself, or still do sometimes. I would rather die than her feel about herself the way I let myself feel for years. And so I started this journey because I want to learn how to love myself better and take care of myself better, because I love my kids so much. But when I'm not taking care of myself, and when I'm not happy, like, they can't be happy. I can't say, like, with sincerity that I want my kids to be happy. Like, my goal in life is for them to be happy. And I can't do that, I can't mean that, unless I'm showing them every day what it looks like to be happy and to take care of yourself. And so started this journey not really knowing what my why is, but now it's like, my why is my kids. I want them to be happy and to know what it looks like to have a happy mom and a content mom. And I'm better when I take care of myself. I'm happier. I play more. I cook them dinner with love instead of out of annoyance. Everything in my mindset is shifted. And so that's my why. My challenge to you is to think about yours, really think about it. And then if you've done it before, think about it again, because it's important to revisit all the time because we're always changing. And so I love you all. I'm super excited. And after we figure out our whys, we're going to talk about our short and long-term goals. So thanks for listening.